big bright eyes, took a good look around. No big surprise, with your feet on the ground. Grew as planned, took it in your stride. Easy to handle when you laughed and cried. Move through the years with passion and pride. More laughter than tears, with love in your eyes. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget it as you move on. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget us as you move on. Now as you pass through your life, as you grow, you'll always laugh. It's the way that you know. Keep on track to fulfill your dreams. Never slack, and you know you'll achieve the love that you show with a warm heart and smile. We'll get to know as you pass every mile. The blessing you are can never be priced. You are a superstar. You are a special life. Don't forget, pushed